Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of me showing you guys awesome things that I found on the internet. So I'm going to show you guys Cursed Treasure, Don't Touch My Gems. This is a tower defense game that you can find on Free of Arcade or, just anywhere. You can just Google it. Now, I'll leave a link to it down in the description so you guys can find this and play this yourself. It's a very fun and very unique tower defense game that uses a lot of ideas that not a lot of tower defense games like to implement. So here we go. So we're going to play through the tutorial a little bit. Just bear with me on that. It's going to teach you guys about the way this game works too. Feel free to play this yourself if you're interested. All right. So yeah, you gotta keep them from getting the gems and then carrying it away out the exit. There are 3 different types of tiles. Dens can be built here, crypts can be built there, and temples can be built on the red. Tower shoots at enemies automatically as long as they're within the range. You don't need to worry about anything like that. Towers gain experience by shooting at the enemies. If it has enough experience, you can upgrade it, and you can tell when it's upgraded because there will be the words "up" next to it. So there we go. Enemies will attack in waves after a period of time. You can control the speed by using the time control buttons. And yeah, there we go. So let's begin. Alright, so let's start. I'm gonna place... It's actually better to focus on the back at first. Because it's harder for towers in the back to gain experience as opposed to towers in the front. Now what you can do to help is you can prevent towers up in the front. You can stop upgrading them to give towers in the back a bit more of a chance whenever there's an easier wave. But of course, if you know that there's a tough wave coming up and you really need to upgrade some of your towers, you should probably just do it. You should probably just upgrade the towers anyway. So here we go, here's more peasants, it's an easy wave. These 3 towers should be able to handle that. And then once they do, I'm going to place 1 crypt here and then maybe one, or not a crypt, sorry, a den, an orc den, down here and 1 up here. And as soon as that's done, there we go. Okay, 1 here and 1 up there. So now these guys have some experience. They don't have a lot, but they have some, and that's plenty for now. Now, to be honest with you, I could have just placed like one more orc tower, or maybe even another fire temple, and that could have been enough to handle this wave. But trust me, this is not a game where you typically want to take chances. But if you want to experiment, that's fine. Do what you want and everything like that. Alright, let's go ahead and place another crypt up there, and let's send the next wave. Let's see what we got. Okay, so these guys are just basically the same thing as the last enemy. They're just have a little bit more health. That's pretty much it. These guys, though, move slower and they have a lot more health. They're a much smaller threat, and they're perfect for leveling up your towers at the front quickly. Because the leveling up of your towers and whether or not you decide to upgrade them is very crucial to this game, and to whether or not you beat it and get a good score on it. Because it's important to make sure you're balancing out the levels of your towers, so you don't just have like a couple towers up front getting all the experience and being fully upgraded, and then a bunch of towers in the back that have absolutely nothing. Because the later levels can be extremely difficult if you don't do so. If you don't do so. There we go, let's place another crypt. I probably should have leveled up the crypt in the orc den, but that's okay. After all, I still did get a brilliant, and brilliant is achieved whenever your enemies don't touch the gems. If they do manage to touch one but they don't escape with it, you get a excellent. And if they touch one, if they not only touch one but also manage to carry it off the map and you lose the gem, then that qualifies as just a good. You also gain experience based on how well you did, how many enemies you destroyed, how many waves you finished, and all the gems that you saved. So there we go. Now here's level 2. I played this level over and over and over again in the past because I was really into this game when I was younger, when I had the crappy computer that would delete information, and I would lose all my progress in this game and have to play over again every time I turned it off and back on. It had a very bad RAM, so every time you turned it off and back on, it would lose all your data on the game. Is it really RAM? I'm not sure. But what it saved everything to, but It had a really bad virus on it. I'll go into detail on that in a later episode if you guys want. Alright, so you got your 3 basic spells. I'm sure you've already read what they do by now. And next. So you need mana in order to cast the spells. These tiles help you to increase the mana. And then there are also these high ground tiles where you can place towers and they get a boost to their range. And of course you have to be aware of champions, which come every 10 to 15 waves depending on the map that you're on. And you have to make sure to prepare for them properly. You have to make sure that as many towers as you can are upgraded properly. So here we go. Now what I like to do is I usually like to place crypts on them because they already have a large range. So they get an extreme boost to their range. Just like that. Plus 50% range, it's insane. But right now though, what I'm going to focus on is the mana pools. Because building up as much mana as you can quickly is really the best thing you can do for yourself early on. And there we go. Okay, we're ready now to place another tower if we want to. So let's go ahead and place another another temple. And let's send the next wave. I just love how the crypts can like instant kill an enemy. Okay, let's go ahead and use the wood chopping ability. And let's take out... Honestly, I'm not sure if any trees need to be taken out here. It's either this one or this one, I'm not sure. Let's take out this one. And let's place a tower there. Let's send in the next wave, and let's see what we get. Alright, we got some of the tougher enemies now, which means some of our other towers may gain some experience. Oh crap, he crept by our towers. Dadgammit! I should have placed a tower up on the high ground so to gain some experience. But no, little dumb me wanted to experiment and try new things. This is what I get. Alright, this tower's ready to level up. I'm not going to upgrade it though because remember I need other towers to gain experience. And let's go ahead and place this tower on the high ground. There we go, because I've never really done that. I don't usually place temples on the high grounds because they don't get that much of a range boost. Well, I mean, they get the same range boost as every other tower, but you guys know what I mean when I say that. Alright, so let's speed things up. Okay, not enough of my other towers are getting experience. Let's go ahead and place another den right there. And let's send forth the next wave. Alright, we have a brand new enemy incoming. These guys are ninjas, and they become invisible 5 seconds after they get hit for the very first time. They're very, very irritating to deal with. Ooh, this probably was very bad placement. Yeah, that was bad placement. That was bad. I can sell it, but it only gives me back 50. Let's go ahead and place... Let's instead actually place a crypt, because we've been needing another crypt. And let's send forth the next wave. Now remember, I'm intentionally not upgrading my towers, because I want to place as many of them as possible, and get as many of them ready as possible. There we go. Okay, let's place another fire temple right there. And then let's upgrade just this one. Because we want this one to gain as much experience as possible. Though I honestly doubt it's going to gain enough in time for the boss. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one. And let's use this one out of the... Yeah, pretty much. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one. Remember, I'm going to avoid upgrading this one until I absolutely have no other choice. Go. Okay, this one's ready to be upgraded a second time, which raises the damage even further. And this one gets upgraded. And then let's place how about another crypt? Crypts can do a lot of damage quickly if you just give them a chance. If you just give them a chance. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna wait until he gets about here, just enough until this tower gets in range, and let's activate it. Yes! There we go. They're dishing out a lot of damage to him, getting as much out as they possibly can in the amount of time that they have. They weren't able to take him out, and of course I know I'm only going to be getting an excellent since an enemy earlier touched the gem, so it's fine. That I was going to get an excellent anyway because even if everything did go perfectly earlier, he still had too much health, and these other towers would not have been able to deal enough damage quickly enough to finish him off. So that's all we got. Alright, there we go. We've leveled up, so now I can show you guys what the level up system looks like. So here we go. You have our basic skills. We can level up the gold vault, which increases the gold at the beginning of a mission, 20 mana at the beginning of a mission, or towers gather more experience over time. Now, I really like this. I'm gonna go with 2 on this one, and then no, I'm not gonna go with that one, because I always go for the enemies not carrying the gem, and so if they do carry the gem, basically it's useless if the enemies never pick up the gem. Basically, is all I'm trying to say. Let's give ourselves 20 mana at the beginning of the mission, since I have a tendency to want to cut down the trees. Okay, let's go ahead and remember we gotta start on the back first. So let's place 1 tower there, 1 tower there or here. I feel like there is actually a better spot. And then let's build a den right here because we want to gather as much mana as we can. The second we reach 100, I should be able to upgrade this tower to its next form. Excuse me, not upgrade the tower, sorry. Let's place another crypt right here, and let's send forth the next wave. Now with this map you want to focus more on the back enemies because the final boss is a, what is he called? A ninja. He's one of the ninja guys, so he's gonna give you and your group a much harder time. Actually, the crypt, in my honest opinion, is the best tower for this map because you can make it into a ghost tower, which has a chance to fear enemies. And if enemies get feared, they will run the opposite direction that they were headed previously. So it can be very, very helpful, or it can be hindering depending on the situation. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that. Alright, we have now 100 mana, so let's go ahead and chop down that tree. We should have plenty of time to be able to reach 200 mana and get the next special thing. Alright, this tower is ready to upgrade, but like I said though, we're going to leave it alone for a little while because we want our other towers to level up first. Let's go ahead and place this one. We want to balance out the experience for as long as we can, and once things start getting dangerous, start looking scary, that's whenever we wanna say, okay, enough is enough. Let's see here. Let's place another temple. Let's get it over here. Yeah, over here is better. It gets more range out of that. It covers more area. All right, things are going pretty smoothly so far. Things haven't quite yet gotten scary, so we don't need to worry just yet. Okay, now we should be worried. Now we should be worried. So now we're going to place some towers up front. There we go. We're going to place one right there. Like that. We still have plenty of waves. We still have plenty of time. Let's go ahead and cut down forest right here. There we go. And then let's place an orc den right there. Let's wait for these towers to finish off these other boys. Okay. And like I said, let's wait a little bit longer. Give our towers more time to build up experience and level up. There we go, there we go. Things are going beautifully. Okay, now, what do I want to place next? Let's place another crypt, and let's build it down here, over here. Over here. That's my decision. It may not be the right decision, but darn it, it's my decision. Okay, now let's place one more tower, and then after this we will stop completely with the tower placements. Let's build ourselves an orc den all the way up here. Now it's time to focus on upgrading our towers. So let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade the temples first because, in my opinion, they're the hardest ones to level up because they have the smallest range. However, by my understanding though, they do gain experience the fastest over time out of all the other towers. Like this one probably will reach its next level by the time we're done here. So. I'm surprised he hasn't already. Where is he at? Dude, he's not yet ready yet. Oh my gosh! That's crazy how close he got to leveling up and still didn't make it. There you go. Let's just upgrade these guys. Let's upgrade these guys. Okay, we're out of money, so let's go ahead and just send in the next wave and not worry about it. The reason that we're placing all the enemies in the back, or all of our towers in the back, by the way, is because of the 15th wave, the final boss. It is another, what are they called? Whatever they're called. It's another one of them, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And they're very, very irritating, very, very difficult to get rid of quickly. Because it gets 5 seconds of a smoke bomb, and so it cannot be targeted, which means it's gonna get like all the way about roughly up here before it's finally gonna be released. It's also why I placed an orc gun up there, because at least it can get in a couple more shots. And orc guns are much cheaper to make than a crypt. They're almost like half the price right now. Yeah, 160, 200. It was 140 when I placed this one. So yeah, it's crazy. Look at that. I think it's actually gonna level up once. So that's nice. So you want to try to balance out the leveling as much as you can and focus on the towers that are most important. So there we go. These guys are going to be what dishes. These guys are going to be my primary damage dealers to the final boss whenever it's ready. These two especially, because I can upgrade these two into ghost crypts whenever the time comes. So let's focus on that because we're at 2 waves left. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Let's do this one first. Let's upgrade this one first. Okay, now this one's also ready. So these are both going to be ghost crypts, which means the boss has a very high chance of running in fear the second it sees us. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one too, because it's at the very front. And send the next wave. Because basically that tower is going to get in the very first hit. So that's basically my reason for leveling that one up. Let's go ahead and level up this one too, because that's going to be another very... Ooh, this one gets upgraded. Oh, dude. This is gonna be the best. No, this. No, this. No. I can't decide. More damage or allow other towers to deal more damage. Ooh, that's so good though. This one raises its range though, so let's go with this one. Okay, this might just work because in combination with this, all the towers will get a massive boost. Right now! It lasts like 3 seconds, so... Yeah, there we go! Look at that! We got a brilliant! That's the first time I've gotten a brilliant on the very first try on this particular level. So there we go, and we're ready to level up once again. So let's go ahead and apply our new experience points. Give our towers even more experience so they level up even faster, and let's give ourselves a bit more gold at the start of a mission. Alright guys, that'll be the end of this episode of Cursed Treasure, Don't Touch My Gems. Links to I'll leave a link to this game in the description below so that you guys can play this. And there are in fact 2 sequels. And if you guys want to see me do videos on those, be sure to let me know down in the comments section below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, but now it's time for you to pay your taxes to your king by hitting that like and subscribe button. I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Have a good one.